And Jaydon, I'm sorry to say this. Maybe you can prove me wrong, but the soul that you have in you came from your father. The breath of life that you have in you comes from God, but your soul comes from your father. That's why you are the seed of your father. That's why 70 souls went into Egypt that came out of the loin of Jacob. A man's loins carries the soul. That's what the seed is. And the word also tells us that the worm dies not. The worm, the sperm, the soul, it dies not. You can go ahead.
Yes, well, you that was interesting. I will say to you, you were talking about nefesh, which is soul, then you were talking about the seed. I'm not sure exactly where you were going there with. I don't know how that was on topic. Maybe you can elaborate and help us on that. I don't know what you were referencing to, talking about you are who your father is, because if you ask me, that is anti-African, that is anti-black. For anybody who stands on that definitively and says that you are not an Israelite because your dad is not an Israelite, to me, that's a disrespect to those of African descent, those who have an Israelite mother, those who have been here in America, who are children of the survivors of the transatlantic slave trade. You mean to tell me that you are not an Israelite because your great granddaddy was a slave owner? We got to make it make sense. We got to take our time and think. So I hope that you're not saying what I think you're saying, because that's not a shot at me. That's a shot at many of us. To me, that's anti-African. The whole idea that you are who your father is, you're only an Israelite through your father and not through your mother. The scripture, according to my research, you're an Israelite either or. You're an Israelite through your mother or you're an Israelite through your father. And I will debate anybody on that topic, and I will defend the children of Israel, and I will defend the word of Yah. I hope you're not saying what I think you're saying.
Okay. Now, Brother Jaydon, as far as what you said about the seed and debating about the seed, one of the things that they did to us in our captivity is they took away our heritage and how we could trace our seed. So as long as we don't know how to trace our seed, then we don't know who we are. Some of us that's in our captivity, we are of the raw seed of David. Some of us that's in our captivity are of the lineage of Eleazar. Some of us that's in our captivity are the lineage of Zerubbabel. And the Father made sure that that seed will be passed on from son to son to son to son to son. Not everybody in their captivity seed comes from a white man or someone that was native to this land. Some of our seeds come from all the way back to where we were taken from, because that was a promise of our Father, that there will always be a seed and a remnant of Israel, a true seed and a true remnant. So if that seed was cut off from the earth, was totally cut off, then that means the Father's word would be a lie. But it wasn't cut off. It was just plucked up and replanted in a land that's not their own. And I'll yield.
And you have the right to your inferences. You made a lot of inferences, which are conclusions that you're drawing up that are not from scripture. Now, we have to remember the woman has seed as well, not just the man. The woman has seed as well. So if you mean to tell me somebody who is dark-skinned, a dark-skinned black man or a dark-skinned black woman, where if you trace them far back enough and their great granddad was a slave owner, you mean to tell me they're not an Israelite? Make it make sense.
Brother A,
and this is not a debate. But I'm not finished. I'm not finished. I'm still speaking. I'm still speaking, Byron.
I'm sorry.
Thank you. Now, I'm not even debating you. You're an Israelite. So I give grace to everybody, but especially somebody in the awakening, I try to look out. But there's one Torah for everybody, for the Israelite and the stranger. So I try to treat everybody the same, but especially our people, I try to look out. So I'm not even debating on you. I'm not even debating you. I'm not even turning up. I'm withholding a whole lot.